All right, the homework was 357, 358, 38 to 46, and 58 to 65. Even, I'm going to do the odds. All right, here we go. So before we can even figure out what the LCD is, we need to factor each denominator. So I'm going to factor this first denominator. It's going to give me y and y, minus minus. The factors of 8 that give me 6 are 4 and 2. And then this is difference of squares, which is going to be y plus 4, y minus 4. So when I find my LCD, it's going to be y minus 4, because that represents this, y minus 2, because that represents this, y plus 4, that represents this, and y minus 4 is already represented right here. So I'm going to write all of it over the common denominator, which is y minus 4 times y minus 2 times y plus 4. And I'm going to look at each individual denominator and see what they're missing from the common denominator. So this is missing a y plus 4. So I'm going to multiply a y plus 4 times this binomial. Notice I put parentheses around it. This is missing a y minus 2. So I'm going to multiply that there. So then you have y plus 4 times y plus 1 minus 3 times y minus 2. Now this minus right here is the reason why you don't try to do this part in your head. You need to write it out. So now I'm going to go ahead and multiply these two together. So I'm going to get y squared plus y plus 4y plus 4. And then I'm going to distribute the negative 3 minus 3y plus 6. And this is all over the same denominator, y minus 4, y minus 2, y plus 4. Now I'm going to just go ahead and clean it up. I only have one y squared, so I can start with that. I've got y plus 4y minus 3y. So y plus 4y is 5y, minus 3y is 2y. So I'm going to say plus 2y. And then my only constants are 4 plus 6, which is 10. Okay, and this is all over y minus 4 times y minus 2 times y plus 4. And you're looking to see, make sure this cannot factor. So are there any factors of 10 that'll give you 2? So there's 10 and 1, 5 and 2. Neither of those are going to give you 2. So this is your final answer. Okay, first thing I have to do here is figure out what this problem actually is supposed to say, because plus plus makes no sense. So 39 is supposed to say 3x squared plus 11x plus 6. There we go. And then 2x squared plus x minus. Okay, so now we're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and factor these. So I'm going to have 3x and 3x plus plus factors of 18 that give me 11. So I've got 1 and 11. Factors of 18 that give me 11. So I've got 1 and 18, 2 and 9. What is wrong with me today? Let's try that again. 3x and 3x plus 2 and 9 is going to be 9 and 2. Divide a 3 out of this one, you get x plus 3 times 3x plus 2. And then I like to cross that out so I don't get confused. And then over here, I'm going to get 2x plus minus factors of 30 that give you 1. So I've got 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and then 6 and 5. So we divided 2 out of this, leaving me x plus 3 and 2x minus 5. Okay. So this is the reason that you have to factor first. They both have an x plus 3, which you wouldn't have known had you just been looking at them. So when I go to write the LCD, I need an x plus 3, I need a 3x plus 2, I need an x plus 3, but I've already got that, and then I need a 2x minus 5. So I'm going to write everything over that. X plus 3 times 2x minus 5 times 3x plus 2. Doesn't matter what order you write it in. Okay, now you're going to look at each denominator and see what's missing. So what's missing here from the entire common denominator? The 2x minus 5. So I'm going to multiply 2x minus 5 times this. Make sure you put parentheses around this. And then what's missing from this common denominator that this one has is the 3x plus 2. Okay, now I'm going to write that all down here. So 2x minus 5 times x plus 4 plus x times 3x plus 2. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and multiply these two together and distribute the x to here. So that gives me 2x squared plus 8x minus 5x minus 20 plus 3x squared plus 2x. And this is all over x plus 3 times 2x minus 5 times 3x plus 2. So let's see what we have in common in this numerator. 2x squared plus 3x squared is 5x squared. I'm going to cross those out so I don't get confused. 8x minus 5x plus 2x. So 8x minus 5x is 3x plus 2x is 5x. So cross those out, and then I'm just left with minus 20. This is all over x plus 3 times 2x minus 5 times 3x plus 2. Okay, so then let's see if we can factor this. Factors of 100, that would give, well, first off, there's a GCF there, 5, 5, and 20. So I'm going to factor out of 5, and that's going to leave me x squared plus x minus 4 all over x plus 3, 2x minus 5, 3x plus 2. And there are no factors of 4 that would give me 1. So this is as far as you can go. And that's your answer. Okay, first things first, you need to factor your denominators. So this is going to give me x and x minus plus and 2 and 1. And then over here you're going to have x and x plus plus 3 and 1. Cross those out so you don't get confused. Go ahead and write your LCD. You need an x minus 2. You need an x plus 1. You need an x plus 3. And you need an x plus 1, but you've already got it right here. So let's write all of this, all of this over x minus 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 3. So what is each denominator missing that the common denominator has? So what is this missing? The x plus 3. So that's what gets multiplied here. And what is this missing? The x minus 2. So that gets multiplied here. Don't forget to put your parentheses here. So then I rewrite 7 times x plus 3 minus, and I'm going to put big parentheses, x minus 2 times x minus 1. So once I multiply these together, then you're going to have to distribute a negative. So be careful there. So I'm going to distribute the 7. It's going to give me 7x plus 21. And now I'm going to go ahead and FOIL this. So x squared minus x minus 2x plus 2. Then distribute your negative. But all of this is still over x minus 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 3. So I've got 7x plus 21 minus x squared plus x plus 2x minus 2. So all my signs just changed in the back there. All over x minus 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 3. So I'm going to write them in order. I only have one x squared. So I have negative x squared. And then I've got 7x plus 2x is going to give me 10x plus 10x. Cross those out. And then I've got 21 minus 2 is going to give me 19. And put all of this over x minus 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 3. And there are no factors of 19 that are going to give me 10. So that is my answer. Okay, factor each denominator. So this is x and x minus minus 7 and 1. And then over here you've got 2x and 2x minus plus factors of 70 that give me 9, 14 and 5. This can be divided by 2, which is going to give you x minus 7, and still 2x plus 5. And then I always cross this out so I don't get confused. So my LCD is going to be x minus 7 times x minus 1. X minus 7 we've already got, times 2x plus 5. So that's your LCD. So everything needs to be written over that. So what is each denominator missing that the common denominator has? Well, this is missing a 2x plus 5. So that's what I'm going to multiply here. Make sure you have parentheses around your x plus 2. And then this is missing an x minus 1. Okay? So we have x times 2x plus 5 minus, big parenthesis, x minus 1 times x plus 2. And then after you're done multiplying those two binomials together, you'll distribute a negative. So this becomes 2x squared plus 5x minus x squared plus 2x minus x minus 2. Distribute your negative. You could have combined like terms first if you wanted to. Either way, you'll be fine here. So that gives me 2x squared plus 5x minus x squared minus 2x plus x plus 2. And this is all over x minus 7 times x minus 1 times 2x plus 5. So combine like terms. 2x squared minus x squared is just x squared. 5x minus 2x plus x is 4x. So plus 4x, cross those out, and then plus 2. And then you have x minus 7 times x minus 1 times 2x plus 5. There are no factors of 2 that will give me 4, so that is your final answer. Go ahead and factor these. Get a, plus and plus, 1 and 1. And then over here, you get a plus 1, a minus 1, because it's a difference of squares. So your LCD is a plus 1 squared, because I need two of them here, times a minus 1. I already have one of the a plus 1s represented, so I'm good. So I'm going to put all of this over a plus 1 squared times a minus 1. And then I'm going to ask myself, what's missing from each individual denominator? Well, this one's missing an a minus 1. And this one's missing 1 a plus 1, because the common denominator has 2. So it's going to be 2 times a minus 1 plus 3 times a plus 1. So distribute 2a minus 2 plus 3a plus 3 all over a plus 1 squared times a minus 1. Combine your like terms. 2a plus 3a is 5a. And then negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So you have 5a plus 1 all over a plus 1 squared times a minus 1. And that's your final answer on that one. Okay, so this is difference of squares. X plus 2, x minus 2. And here I've got x, plus, factors of 4 that'll give me 4, 2, and 2. So I'm going to change this to x plus 2 squared. Cross that out. So I know what I'm using. Okay, so my LCD is going to be x plus 2 times x minus 2. And over here I need two x plus 2's, so I'm going to go ahead and square it. So I have x plus 2 squared times x minus 2. So what is this denominator missing? It's missing 1 x plus 2. So I'll go ahead and write that there. And what is this one missing? It's missing the x minus 2. So you have 5 times x plus 2 minus 3 times x minus 2. You need to write this step Because if you don't, you're only going to distribute a 3 to this, and you need to distribute a negative 3. So be very careful there, please. Okay, so go ahead and distribute your 5 and distribute your negative 3. So it's 5x plus 10 minus 3x plus 6. And this is all over x plus 2 squared times x minus 2. So 5x minus 3x is 2x. And 10 and 6 is 16. And this is all over x plus 2 squared times x minus 2. And you actually need to go ahead and factor the 2 out of this because it needs to be in its simplest form. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. So you factor out a 2, leaving x plus 8 over x plus 2 squared x minus 2. And that's your final answer because that's in its simplest form. Okay, so go ahead and factor here. 2x, 2x, minus, minus. Factors of 10 that give me 11, 10 and 1. Divided by 2, so you have x minus 5 times 2x minus 1. Cross that out so you don't get confused. You've got x and x minus plus. Factors of 15 that give me 2 are 3 and 5. So your LCD is x minus 5 times 2x minus 1. You already have x minus 5 represented times x plus 3. So I'm going to write all of that in the denominator. And then I'm going to see what each individual one is missing. So this denominator is missing an x plus 3. And this denominator is missing a 2x minus 1. So I'm going to multiply 3x times x plus 3 plus 7 times 2x minus 1. Then I'm going to distribute. So distribute your 3x. So you get 3x squared plus 9x. Then distribute your 7. It'd be great if I could hit the right button. So ignore that. Plus 14x minus 7. And this is all still over x minus 5 times 2x minus 1 times x plus 3. So combine your like terms. I only have one 3x squared. 9x plus 14x is 25x. And then minus 7 is all that's left after that. And this is all over x minus 5 times 2x minus 1 times x plus 3. Okay, are there any factors of 21 that will give you 25? Nope. So that's your final answer. Okay, so my first denominator is already factored. My second denominator can just get a 3 removed from it, and my third denominator can just get a 2 removed from it. So when I go to write my LCD, it is x plus 1 and then 6, because you need the lowest number that 3 and 2 can go into evenly. X plus 1 represented, x plus 1 represented, x plus 1 represented, and 3 and 2 are both also represented. So this is all going to be over 6 times x plus 1. Okay, so what is this missing? This is missing the 6. What is this missing? This is missing a 2 because we have a 3, but 3 times what gives me 6? So it needs a 2. And then here, 6 times, this is 2 times x plus 1. You want 6 times x plus 1, so this needs a 3. So you do 3. So 6 times 2 is 12, minus 2 times 3x is 6x, plus 3 times 1 is 3. So combine your like terms. 12 plus 3 is 15, minus 6x, and this is all over 6 times x plus 1. But your numerator can get a 3 factored out because they have a 3 in common. So that's going to leave me 5 minus 2x all over 6 times x plus 1. And now that we have that 3 and that 6 out front, I can actually reduce those to 1 and 2. So then it becomes 5 minus 2x over 2 times x plus 1. And I don't write the 1 in the numerator because 1 times anything is just itself. So it's 5 minus 2x over 2 times x plus 1. Okay, x plus 3 is already factored. X squared plus 6 plus 9 is going to give me an x and an x, a plus and a plus. Factors of 9 that give me 6. We've got 9 and 1 and 3 and 3. So I'm going to put this as x plus 3 squared. I'm going to cross all this out. Put my parentheses here. And then this is x plus 3 times x minus 3 because it's difference of squares. So when I write my LCD, I need an x plus 3. That takes care of that. I need another x plus 3 because there's 2 here. So I square it. I need an x plus 3, but that's already represented. And then I need an x minus 3. So I write x minus 3. So my LCD is x plus 3 squared times x minus 3. Okay, now look at each denominator and see what it's missing. So this is just x plus 3, so I need another x plus 3 and an x minus 3. Okay, here I've got 2 x plus 3's, but I still need the x minus 3. And here I have one of each, but I still need an extra x plus 3. So it's going to be 3 times x plus 3 times x minus 3 plus 5 times x minus 3. Oops. And then negative x times x plus 3. So first, I'll go ahead and distribute this 3, which gives me 3x plus 9 times x minus 3, and then I'm going to have to go ahead and double distribute, plus I'll distribute this 5x minus 15, and then I'll distribute the x, minus x squared minus 3x. And this is all over x plus 3 squared, x minus 3. So now let's go ahead and double distribute here. We've got 3x squared minus 9x plus 9x minus 27. So plus 5x minus 15 minus x squared minus 3x. These are going to cancel each other out. We've got 3x squared minus x squared is 2x squared. We'll cross those out. Then I've got the negative 9x plus 9x canceled each other out. So you've got 5x minus 3x is 2x. And then you've got negative 27 minus 15, which is what? Negative 42. All over x plus 3 squared times x minus 3. Now a 2 can be factored out of this because they're all even numbers, which leaves me with x squared plus x minus 24. And remember, we're still all over x plus 3 squared over x times x minus 3. Can't factor that any further. There are no factors of 24 that give you 1, so this is your final answer. All right, last one. First is difference of squares, x plus 3, x minus 3. Then we're going to factor this. We're going to get x and x minus minus. Factors of 9 that give you 6 are 3 and 3. So this is x minus 3 squared. Cross those out. And then this is just x plus 3. So let's write my LCD. We need an x plus 3. Got it. We need an x minus 3. Got it. We need 2 x minus 3's, so I'm going to square that. Got it. And then we need another x plus 3, which we already got. So I'm going to go ahead and write this, x plus 3 times x minus 3 squared. And then I'm going to see what each denominator is missing that the common denominator has. Okay, so x plus 3, x minus 3 is missing one of the x minus 3's. Oops. Okay. x minus 3 squared is just missing an x plus 3. And then x plus 3 is missing an x minus 3 squared. So here I've got x times x minus 3 plus 3 times x plus 3 minus 1 times x minus 3 squared. Okay, let's go ahead and distribute. You've got x squared minus 3x plus 3x plus 9. And then you have negative 1 times x minus 3 times x minus 3, right? That's x minus 3 squared. So you've got x squared minus 3x plus 9. Then distribute the negative. And this is all over x plus 3, x minus 3 squared. So I have x squared minus 3x plus let's not write that because those cancel. Do you guys see that that cancels? Negative 3x plus 3x. So we're just going to cross those out. So x squared plus 9. So it's going to be minus x squared plus 3x minus 9 when I distribute that negative through. So this is x plus 3 times x minus 3 squared. So you have x squared minus x squared. Those cancel. Then you've got 3x plus 3x. That's 6x. Cross those out. And then you have 9 minus 9. Those cancel. So you just have 6x in your numerator over x plus 3 times x minus 3 squared. All right, that's it. You guys have a good night.